Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Yoga with Carly. Thank you so much for being here. I'm really excited to get into today's flow. So when you're ready, take a few breaths as you sink into your comfortable, easy seated pose. If your hips are feeling tight, knees are kind of lifting upward, you can always add a blanket under your hips or a yoga block. Otherwise, let your hands rest wherever they're most comfortable. Take a few deep breaths to start. And let's begin. Slowly letting the gaze fall down to the ground in front of you, or maybe letting the eyes begin to close all together as you shift from the busy world around you. Begin to make effort to reconnect to that inner world, starting with the breath. Noticing how you feel today in your body, your thoughts, and your heart. Just taking a few breaths to check in with yourself. Good. If you're able, let's switch to inhaling and exhaling through the nose, drawing in a deep breath into the belly and chest, and a long exhale. Good. Again, deep breath in, letting your lungs fill, belly button expanding outward, and exhale, release as you draw that belly button back in toward the spine. Good. Before we begin to move, if you would like, you may set an intention for your practice today, inviting in a mood or quality, an affirmation, or just some special word, something meaningful to you, making this a little more than just your average stretching and exercise session, and instead a practice that brings you into deeper relationship with yourself and your life. No pressure. Just kidding. All right, big inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Eyes can remain closed, or you can begin to blink them slowly open. We'll inhale the arms out and up, palms touch. And exhale the left hand down to the mat as you reach up through that right hand. Good. Take a deep breath in, lift up out of the hips, rib cage. And exhale, keep reaching all the way over, making sure both sits bones stay anchored to the mat. You can roll out the wrist from here, going both ways. And exhale. Good. Inhale, let's press up, lift up. And exhale, right palm down. Inhale, lifting up through the left fingers. And exhale, taking that hand up and over to the right. Rolling out the wrist. Hips stay rooted. And breath stays steady, go both directions. Good. Inhale to open up the chest, reach, 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 and one more big exhale. Good. Inhale, press up. And exhale, let's fold forward over the lap. Dropping down to the palms, maybe elbows. Forehead is nice and heavy. Maybe rock side to side. Breathe here. Notice how your hips and low back are feeling today. Chin to chest to stretch the upper mid back. And walk those hands back towards you. Nice. Let's take the palms to the mat behind us. Uncross the ankles. Step the feet to the edges of your mat. Good. Take those knees side to side. Reaching the kneecaps down toward the mat, even if your hips roll off the ground. Just creating a little space, little check-in with the body. Good. From here, we're going to roll onto our back. And inhale, that right foot straight up high to the sky. Good. Interlace your fingers together behind that right thigh for a nice stretch. And let's begin to roll that ankle. Breathing, taking your time with this movement. And going the opposite way. Feeling into all those little muscles, maybe the little cracks as you move that ankle. Then with an inhale, let's flex the foot, heel pressing up, toes toward the face. Exhale to point the toes. Good. Inhale again, flex. Exhale to point. One more round. Inhale, flex. And exhale, point. Good. Inhale, flex. Release the leg. Exhale, crossing that ankle over the left thigh. Figure 4. Reclined pigeon. Stay here, or if you want a little more, float the legs in toward the chest. Right hand reaching between the legs, meeting the left hand behind that left thigh, or for a deeper stretch, across the left shin. Good. We'll breathe here for a few rounds of breath in stillness or with a gentle rocking side to side. And if you have the space, you can take your right elbow and gently press it against your inner right thigh as you tug the left leg in tighter to the body. Good. Inhale to slowly release. Let the arms open wide. Exhale that left foot down. Good. Reach the hands down toward the heels, palms down. With an inhale, let's press up through that left leg for a figure 4 bridge pose. Exhale, lower. Good. 2 more rounds. Inhale to lift, squeezing the glutes, belly button lifting. Exhale, down. 1 more round. Inhale, breathe the hips up. Send that right leg high. And exhale that right foot down. And hips down. Good. Bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Rock side to side. Let's get into that here on the other side. So feet to the mat. Inhale that left foot high. Interlace the hands and get a nice big stretch. Start to roll out that ankle. Ooh. Side is definitely harder for me. Just spend a lot more time and energy and focus. And let's go the other way. Make sure you're still breathing. I tend to hold my breath here when I concentrate really hard. Inhale, flex the toes toward the face. Press the heel up. Exhale to point. Good. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. Last round. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. Good. Inhale, flex. Release. Exhale. Ankle to the right thigh. Stay right here, or let's inhale those legs in toward the chest. Left hand reaching between the legs, meeting the right hand. Oops. You might notice you have dirt on your feet here. Reaching the hands together behind that right thigh or across the right shin bone. Good. Whatever suits you today. If you notice that you can't relax your head and shoulders down, you're really, really tight like this, it might be a little too deep for you, so just back off a little bit. Allow your upper body to relax here to really focus this stretch on the lower body. Good, and then you can rock side to side, or once again, maybe that left elbow presses against that inner left thigh. Hugging in nice and tight. Good. 1 more big breath in. And exhale. Let's release. Right leg down. Frame the body with the hands, palms down. Let's get into that bridge pose here. With an inhale, let's lift up through the hips as that right foot presses down. Exhale, lower. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more round, inhaling up. Exhale to lower. This time as we lift, we'll inhale, hold. Nice, extend up through that left foot. High, high, high. Lift the hips higher. Woo, feel the burn, and then exhale that left foot down. And hips come down. Let's take a butterfly pose here. Feet together, knees separate wide. Hands to the belly and chest. Take 3 breaths. Feeling the heartbeat in your right hand, the breath in the left. Inhale. Exhale. Taking one more deep breath in. And another big breath out. Good. Take the hands to the outsides of your thighs. Let the knees come back together. Start to float the knees in toward the chest, hands behind the knees or thighs. Let's start to rock up and down the spine. You can have a little fun here. If this doesn't work for your body, we'll just press our way up until we are balanced on the tailbone here in a boat pose. Hands can continue to hold the backs of the thighs if that works for you. Hands can also reach forward, palms up. Lifting the heart a little higher. Maybe you extend through the feet, maybe the hands. Big breath in. And exhale, lower down. Lifting up. On your next breath in, exhale to fold. If you're tight today like me, take the feet a little wide to start. Give yourself a little space. Head is heavy. Breath is steady. You can sway here if that feels good. Or you can just find stillness. Good. With an inhale, let's come up with a long, straight spine. Reach the heart forward, look forward. With an exhale, let's try to fold a little bit deeper. Good. And let's walk those hands up the legs. Bend the knees. Find a tabletop pose, hands and knees. Good. Let's take some cat-cow breaths here. Doing our best to bring the hands under the shoulders, knees under hips, toes pointing straight back. Inhale, belly sinks, hips and heart roll up. Exhale, opposite way, lift the back, tuck the chin, press the hips forward, hands down. Good. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. Good. One more time. Inhale. Find your way up to cow pose. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhale. Cat. Spread those shoulder blades apart. Good. Inhale. Find neutral. So somewhere in the middle. And we'll take a wrist stretch here. If you can, try to flip the fingers to face the thighs, wrists to face forward. Just like this. Good. Let's try some of those same cat and cow breaths here in this new shape. So inhale, let's sink the belly low, squeeze the shoulders together. And exhale, find cat. Arch the back, tucking chin, hips forward. Good. Inhale, scoop forward and up. And exhale under cat. One more breath in as we find cow pose. And exhaling under cat pose. Good. Find neutral once again. And then if it feels okay in your body, we can take this stretch just a little bit deeper. Starting to sit back. Maybe you tuck the toes first. Start to sink the hips back toward the heels. Good. Stop when your body says stop. Stay for a breath or two. And then slowly send the weight forward. Good. One hand at a time. We'll spin those fingers back. Good. Step the knees close together. Sit back on the heels. Let's shake out the hands, rolling out the wrists. Good. From here, let's walk forward, back tabletop. Tuck toes under, lift the knees, floating tabletop. You got this, I know. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Step the feet wide to start. And then no matter how seasoned or new you are to yoga, let's find a good shape here. We'll start by bending the knees. Yes, even those of you who are super flexible. Bend the knees and then really send the tailbone up toward the sky as you press the chest back toward the thighs. Good. Feel all of that length from the palms, the fingertips, down through the spine, out the tailbone. And then from here, we'll start to slowly drop the heels. Good. Big inhale. Big exhale. Good. Inhale up, tippy toes, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Now I'll shake the head yes, and shake the head no. Maybe the hands come behind the back. You can grab onto fingers or interlace your fingertips. Squeeze the shoulders like we did in our cow pose. Squeeze the palms and reach the knuckles away from the body. Then we'll take a big bend in the knees. Let your belly come onto the thighs. Head is heavy. Stretching those arms back as far as you can. Not trying to compare your body to mine. I have hyper flexible shoulders. And exhale, let's straighten the legs, tailbone up, sinking a little deeper. Good. Bring those hands back to the low back. Slowly release the fingers. Hands slide down the backs of the legs until they find the shins. Inhale up, halfway lift. Lengthen through the upper body. Bring the weight forward into the toes and exhale down. Forward fold. 2 more rounds. Inhale to rise, halfway lift. If you have blocks, you can also plant them right here for a standing tabletop. Exhale, lower. 1 more round, inhaling up. Halfway lift, head reaching forward, tailbone pointing back. And exhale, release. Good, bend the knees, belly to thighs. This time roll up to stand. Inhale, arms out and up high, palms touch. And exhale, hands to heart center. Good, inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale up, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the fingertips, step the right foot back. Good, lower that right knee down and tuck the right toes. Inhale your way up, finding a little lunge. Exhale the hands back. Once again, interlacing the fingers, squeezing palms together, shoulder blades together. Reach the knuckles back as you look up. Exhale that left knee forward. Good. 1 more big breath in. With an exhale, slowly look forward, release the hands. Inhale back up. Exhale, palms down. Tuck the toes, lift the back knee. Exhale, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down, forward fold. Good. Bend the knees, plant the fingers. Let's step that left foot back on your exhale. Lowering down the knee and untucking the toe. Inhale, sweep the arms up, low crescent. Exhale, hands sweep back. Interlacing fingers, this time the funky way. Do it the weird one. Ooh, yeah, I don't like that. Squeeze the shoulder blades, palms together, reach the knuckles back as you start to gaze upward, sinking that right knee forward for a big stretch in the hips. Take a big breath in. And exhale, slowly release the hands. Inhaling them back up high. And exhale, planting those palms. Good. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee. Exhale, step forward, forward fold. Let the head hang heavy. Inhale up, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sit low, bend the knees, belly to thighs. With an inhale, sweep the arms forward and up until you find a chair pose. Imagine there's something right here like a bar stool and you're just slowly sinking back. Breathe. Reach the thumbs a little further behind you. Exhale, fold. Shake the head. Inhale up halfway. And exhale down. Inhale, bend the knees, belly to thighs. Exhale, rolling up. Breathing the arms out and up on an inhale, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a few breaths here with the eyes closed. Your thumbs right here against your heart, breathing, tuning in. Noticing how your state of being has changed over these last few moments. Noticing what you notice. Taking one or two more breaths. Good, let's inhale, arms float out and up. This time coming up onto the tippy toes. With an exhale, hands to heart center. Stay on those tippy toes, start to bend the knees as you come down. Ooh, with control to sit on the heels. Start to point those knees forward. Take one more big breath in. And exhale, let's start to sit slowly back down. Good. Shake out the legs. Get back on your mat. I always travel when I teach. Good. Let's hug that knee in toward the chest. Give it a squeeze. Step it across the left leg. And then if you can, either wrap your left arm around that thigh, hugging it in tight, or taking that elbow, bracing it inside the knee. Right hand's behind you for balance. We're going to twist and look to the back of our mat. Good. With every inhale, think lift, lengthen upward. With every exhale, let's think about twisting as we breathe out. Good. Slowly release. Take that leg back over. Let's get into the left side. Bending the knee, let's hug it in tight toward the body as we sit up tall. And then step it over. Try to keep that foot flat as best as you can. Then either that right arm wraps around the front of the leg or elbows to the inside of the knee for a bind. Reach that right or left hand, up and over behind you, resting on the fingertips, palm or fist. Good. Inhale, sit up tall. And exhale, let's twist. Good. One more big inhale here. And exhale. And slowly unwind. Release the bind. Bring that left leg back to the left side of the mat. Inhale, reach tall. And then exhale, let's slowly bring the arms forward as we start to roll onto our backs. Keep the core engaged. Try to keep those heels down. And come all the way down, arms up overhead, big stretch. Exhale, knees to chest, big squeeze. Rock side to side, massaging that low back. Good. Starting to feel your heart rate slow down, the breath steady. And if you like, we can end here with a happy baby. So taking those knees wider than the hips, and they're grabbing onto the backs of the thighs or across the shins. Feet can stay low, or they can reach upward like you're walking on the ceiling. Again, back behind the thighs, or if you can reach inside the legs, grabbing onto the feet or the big toes. Nice. All right, just like a little baby. Now from here, let's start to draw those knees down toward the floor. As we do this, we'll point the tailbone down into the ground, flattening that natural curve in your low spine. Take 3 breaths here. Big inhale. And exhale. Big breath in, belly button rises. Exhale, breathe it out. One more big inhale, nice and slow and deep. And exhale. Slowly release the feet. Knees can come back together. And here we'll actually add one final posture, a twist on each side. Let's extend that right leg long, let it rest on the mat. Inhale, draw the left knee in. Exhale, right hand to left shin, right arm, or left arm wide. And then draw that leg across the body toward the right as we look to the left. Good. Slowly come onto the back. Hug that left knee in and the right knee. Exhale, switch legs, extending through the left leg as we hug that right knee in. Good. Switching hands, left hand to the right leg, right arm wide. Exhale, that right leg over to the left. Keep your gaze across those right fingertips. Right shoulder blade is heavy. One more big inhale. And big exhale. Inhale back to center, knees to chest. Maybe the forehead lifts to the knees. Squeezing everything in tight, and then exhale to expand. Walking those shoulder blades in toward each other. Balancing the hips, lengthening through the arms and legs. And softening through the face and breath. The palms, the toes, and fingertips. Take one more big breath in together through the nose. Open mouth, sigh. Take a rest here in our final pose, Shavasana. Try not to skip this. It's the most important moment of our practice. After all of that effort and movement, we find stillness and ease. All right, you can stay here for longer and pause the video if you like. If you need a longer rest today, please take it. Otherwise, we'll begin to wiggle the fingers and toes and deepen the breath. You can roll out the wrists and ankles, letting the head fall to one side and then over to the other. With an inhale, reach the arms up, big stretch. Exhale, knees to chest. Big squeeze. Coming onto the right side. If it's evening time, you can roll to the left. Take a moment or two as you reconnect with yourself, your intention. Noticing how you feel after you just made some time for yourself to reconnect with your body and your breath, no matter what kind of day you are having. And then press yourself back up to a seat when you're ready. Back into that easy seated pose. Beautiful. Let's take our hands back to the heart. Bowing the head, honoring this practice, honoring your body, your effort, honoring yoga and its roots from ancient India, its teachers, its lineage. All right, and with some gratitude, let's close our practice with a gentle bow, offering thanks. All right, yogis, thank you so much for joining me for another practice. Have a beautiful day. Oh, and if you liked this class and you would like to practice with me more, please hit the like and subscribe button on my page so that you can continue practicing with me. I will upload a new video weekly. Hope to see you next time. Peace.